Good morning. Oh, right when we commercial. Great. I have perfect timing. There we go. Good morning. Welcome or welcome back to Bookie Monsters. My name is PK. It is Tuesday, April the 17th. Hope you're having a good day. It is early yet, but have that intention and you will have a good day. Mary says, good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Feeling love in the air. It is. It is Romance Wednesday. We are here to look at the new releases that are being set into the wild each and every day. And on Wednesdays, we look at romance books. Not a whole lot today, so we might end it with some cozy mysteries. I was scouring. It's just an anti-romance kind of day, I guess. We had some great big names yesterday in mysteries and thrillers. So I guess conversely, we don't get a whole lot of romance. That's okay. We'll look at what we got. Quick announcements. No sprints tonight. It is Wednesday. I don't do sprints on Wednesday evenings, but I do them on Thursday evenings. So that'll be tomorrow. I do them every Tuesday and Thursday evening at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then on Saturday afternoons at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. And I say the Mountain Time because I live in the Mountain Time zone. So I've had a couple already. Watch out. I'm alive. She's awake. She's cognate. Speaking of, coffee is required. Trying to use up the strong stuff. Woo. Hey, Kim. Kim says, good morning. Thought I'd check it out when you said you might have some cozies. Exactly. Since I'm awake, you bet. How's Keo doing? And did he have a good night? And better yet, did I? Keo is doing okay. This is his second time in the cone of shame. So he's learned how to maneuver to get water and food and stuff. So he's kind of a pro at that. He's already had one dose of the antibiotic, and it's been taken with food. So I had to figure out how to do that without giving him the food that he's probably allergic to. Um, when we get to work, I'll give him his 6.5 pills for the ringworm, and the 1.5 pill and 1 pill for his Apoquel and thyroid, and do the ointment. But we're doing good. Actually, didn't get up as much last night. I usually get up multiple times to have to use the bathroom, but yeah. How did you guys do? I read a little bit more before bed last night. I'm at 18% of What Cannot Be Said by C.S. Harris. Mary said, when my girls have to wear the cone of shame, they are so low to the ground that they go up there. They go outside. It doesn't work real well. Yeah, true. Yeah, Keo just goes as he gets caught on things. Yeah, he's a poor baby. And it has rained overnight, so he went outside and turned right around and came back in again. Like, nope. So, onward. Let us see. I didn't mind giving you an update here because I think this coffee cup is so pretty. I love it. Those are my colors. All right, let's jump into some romance and then we'll get into some cozies. Head Over Heels by Andrew Gray. I see hockey skates in the background, so this is a hockey romance. It is a subgenre. It took a family loss to draw artist Letty Finster away from his retreat. Oh, this is an LGBTQ. In the woods of rural Wisconsin, back to the family home in Carlisle, originally intending to help clean out his father's condo and return to the peace and quiet his work requires. He doesn't expect old feelings for his brother's best friend to bloom again after all this time, nor could he have expected his father's obsession with shoes, lots of shoes, etc., etc. A Lighthouse Snapshot, A Secret Identity, Small Town Romance. Turner Family of Blue Star Island, book number 4 by Jennifer Fay. Interesting cover. As tulips bloom and the sun warms the air, the Blue Star Fairy delivers a special visitor to the island whose search for the past leads her directly in the path of her future. With Spring Fling, the next event on Blue Star's busy calendar, the residents decide to use it to play another round of matchmaking. Elaine Laney Devereaux is led to the island by a cryptic entry in her late mother's journal. With the weight of grief driving Laney onward, she searches for a long buried secret, but before she can uncover the truth, there's a tragic accident. Graphic artist Jack Turner is on top of the world as he anticipates a big promotion and a move to the Big Apple. He's minding his own business when the most beautiful woman rushes into the roadway right in front of his cart. With no time to stop, the collision leaves both of them stunned. As circumstances conspire to draw them together, they soon find themselves helping each other to come to terms with the past while exploring an unexpected love. That sounds sweet. Make You Mine, the Walker Family Book, #1 by Nan Reinhardt. When his family's company is on the line, business and pleasure definitely don't mix. While maybe they should. Madeline Ross left the city in a career glass ceiling behind, hoping to build a new life as the crew supervisor for Walker Construction in River's Edge. She's qualified and experienced, but new CEO Jackson Walker hires someone else. Even as she searches for a different job and builds a life in River's Edge, the sexy memory of Jack teases. After a rough year, Jackson Walker's family business is still struggling. He needs a new construction crew supervisor, and Maddie Ross is perfect, except for the first time in his life, player Jack is suddenly smitten with the curvaceous redhead. He wants her in his bed more than on his payroll. Looking at that cover, it reminded me. I'm on Instagram sometimes, and I'm on the Harlequin one, and they will show clips of the models as they do photographs of the cover. It's kind of interesting to watch. Well, here's a traditional romance, The Wrath of the Marquess by Barbara Russell, third in Victorian Outcasts series. England, 1884. An earthquake brings Cora and Ethan close, literally. They find themselves trapped together under an altar in a half-collapsed church. Convenient. With nothing better to do but wait for the rescue party to free them, they form a bond of friendship and shared secrets. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. She endures a loveless marriage with her abusive husband, Lord Roxbury, who mistreats and neglects her and their son David. Ethan, a soldier and the next Marquess of Hertford, is about to be deployed to a Pacific island to fight against pirates. Cora and Ethan meet again a few years later after he returns to London to keep open the Center for Veterans his father founded. Not an easy task, since he needs Lord Roxbury's support for legal reasons. When Cora tries to leave her husband to start a new life and protect her son, he shoots her. Desperate to help his mama and scared, David takes Cora to Ethan's house and begs him to save her. Ethan hides them in his house and takes care of Cora's injury. Helping Cora leave England and hiding her from Lord Roxbury proves to be a challenge for Ethan. The future of dozens of soldiers who suffer from permanent physical and mental problems depend on his good relationship with Lord Roxbury. On top of that, on top of all of this, he didn't expect to develop strong feelings for both Cora and David. As they carve their places into his heart, he has to decide which path is the worst. If he helps Cora and David move somewhere Lord Roxbury won't find them, he won't see them again. But if Cora gets a divorce, Lord Roxbury will take his revenge on Ethan, destroying everything important to him, including Cora. For that time period, what basis is there for divorce? Women couldn't do that then. Mary asked how Kim was doing. So far, my leg feels better today. No numbness. Oh, good. Yes, that is good news. Hope it continues when I actually get up. And how is Mary doing? And let's get rid of this banner. Will You Pretend Marry Me? Excuse me, by Christy Barth. Mega pop star Kaya has a secret identity. Nobody knows she's also ordinary Abigail Dilworth. With her latest world tour over, Abigail can finish her degree by student teaching. She'll be incognito at a coastal Maine high school. I don't see it. When the semester's over, then she'll worry about whether to teach or continue her meteoric singing career. Except she's off to a horrible start. There's a meat-hate with, excuse me, the vice principal with a sexy academic look that can't be ignored but should be. And that's the best thing to happen on day one. Everett Reynolds is content juggling his career as vice principal and teacher and his secret career as, as an analyst for the EPA. Why do they all have secret careers? As for uh, as for personal life, well, he's got his friends. Anything more leads to heartbreak. He knows that from experience. He definitely doesn't need an entitled and, yeah, stunning pop princess pretending to know how to handle his students. Yeah. Man of Action by L. Rivers. Once upon a time, Selena Martinez was a dreamer. When she had one night with Tom Murray and fell pregnant, she thought maybe this was the start to her happily ever after. That's what they all think, honey. Just like in her favorite romance novels. But then he told her to get lost, and she realized that life isn't anything like a book. Now she knows her place. She's meant to be in the background, never the main character, and she's fine with it. She needs all of her energy to focus on raising her son Max without the man she once thought could be her hero. When she runs into him again and she doesn't find the man who broke her heart, instead, he's caring and attentive, making her rethink everything she knew about him. Tom Murray's life is no fairy tale. His only goal was to take down his father, but when he learns that the very woman who haunted his dreams for over a decade also ended up pregnant with his son, everything changes. Though he can't remember anything after their one night because of his overuse of alcohol, he knows he hurt a lot of people during those years. It seems Selena was another person to add to that list. He doesn't know how or even if he can fix the many years he wasn't around, but he can't bear to let things go now that he knows about Max. He refuses to be like his father, who is the worst person he knows. Uh, Strange, actually. Very strange. One last word. What would you say to your meddling parents, your ex best friend, your toxic boss, or your high school crush if you didn't have to face the consequences? Sarah Che is the founder of One Last Word, an app that allows you to send a message to anyone you want after you pass, as in die. Safeguards are also in place so the app will only send when you are definitely, absolutely 100% dead. But when another Sarah Che dies and her obituary is posted online, Sarah discovers that drafted messages she had drunkenly uploaded on one night have been released, one each to her emotionally charged mother, to her former best friend who ghosted her, and to her unrequited high school crush, Harry Shim. Still reeling from this disaster, Sarah finds out she's been accepted into a venture capital mentorship program and that the mentor she's been assigned to is none other than Harry, who's now a major venture capitalist superstar. With her life going from uncertain to chaotic overnight, Sarah has to deal with the havoc that ensues and reopen wounds from the past to find a true path forward. That's an interesting concept. Don't know if I'll read it, but it's an interesting concept. This was another interesting concept. None Too Soon. This is a Smarty Pants romance by Lisa Sharp. First in the Bad Habit Book Club. Helen is just your normal everyday librarian who writes romance novels on the side, except she also happens to be a former nun. New to life outside the order and to the dating scene, Helen isn't just a virgin in her 30s. She's never had a boyfriend, never kissed anyone, never even so much as held someone's hand. Becoming a nun was always her path until it wasn't anymore, and trying to forge a new path in life has been tricky. What isn't tricky, her unrequited crush on the handsome library patron that Helen and her friends have affectionately nicknamed the Red Unicorn, a man who loves to read, looks great in glasses, and has red hair, aka Helen's dream man. But the idea of dating is still intimidating, so Helen prefers to daydream about Thad from afar, turning him into her perfect romance novel hero. He is far from perfect, not like the smart, sexy librarian he's been surveilling. He is a bounty hunter who's determined to find Helen's brother Dean, and he's certain Helen is the key to tracking Dean down. He never plans to approach Helen or insert himself into her life until it becomes clear he's not the only one looking for Dean. The other people after him are bad news, and Helen's going to get caught in the crossfire if he doesn't intervene. How's that for a book pitch? So there's this former nun and this bounty hunter. Okay. Let's look at some cozy mysteries. I'm still chuckling. That's just a little strange. Mary said she was feeling fine as frog here, and that's mighty fine. Yeah, exactly. Hi, Christine. Good morning. Right back at ya. Good morning. Good morning. A great deal of imagination, not necessarily good, but imagination nonetheless. There's a couple quirky things there, isn't there? How strange. Gotta love authors. All right, let's see. We looked at that one. I think we were here. Monday was so long ago. Tides of Trouble, a Black Cat Cozy Mystery. The Maggie and Pepper Mysteries, book number 4 by Wendy Ledger. One dog, two cats, and a mystery that's begging to be unraveled. Maggie Romano has never been happier. She has a rewarding job, a loving boyfriend, and the best cat in the world. However, when a body washes up on the beach, her tranquility is shattered, as it does. As a reporter, she needs to follow the case wherever it leads. As a friend, she wants to protect the prime suspect, the local psychic whom many believe murdered this man. It would also be nice if all the animals could learn to get along. Can Maggie and the gang prove her friend's innocence before it's too late? I didn't even look at number pages. Whoop! Just made it 115. I was running from the nun and the bounty hunter. I didn't even look. Collections we don't do. That's gonna that's gonna follow me every day, all day today. The nun and the bounty hunter. Woo! Greenwich Envy, a Greenwich Village mystery. Second in series by Cherry Northcutt. And it came out in March. Nice cover. Moving on. Deadly Gamble. Check the date. We're good. By Kate Parker, 11th in the Deadly series. I've not read this series. In 1940s Portugal, everyone is willing to trade secrets if the price is right. Britain stands alone against the forces of Nazi Germany. Livy Redmond is a young newspaper woman determined to serve Britain's spy master in the face of danger. When she arrives in neutral Lisbon, she discovers a city full of spies, refugees, and the secret police. At an elegant party to meet a double agent, Livy witnesses him fall to his death from a balcony and must now determine what secrets he wanted to pass to her. Further complicating matters, she must guard the man's young daughter from sinister people trying to kidnap the girl. Gambling on the assistance of British embassy staff, Livy commits to uncovering the truth while keeping the orphan safe. With spies and traitors lurking around every corner, Livy must race against time to learn the secret someone has already killed to keep hidden, and is willing to murder again to protect. I've not read this, but I'm kind of intrigued. There's different kinds of codices out there, and this is just me, and I don't mean this in any kind of negative way. There's silly ones, fun, fluffy. Again, those are great. But then there's more amateur sleuth, less fluffy. And I like the less fluffy ones, and that seems interestingly less fluffy. Said true to Mary about the imagination. Gibson, I fell asleep Monday. Oh, okay. It was early. It's early. I would sleep. Christine, one of my best friend's mom was a nun until she wasn't. She married and had 5 kids. Good for her. No bounty hunter, though. Man. Stormy liked it, according to Goodreads. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd check out the first book. I was, I'm catching up my reading journal, and I'm looking at all these series and authors that I haven't read in too long. It's like, what am I doing? And partly I'm chasing after new things when I should be finishing what I read. That at least that's my mood today. It'll change. Red Beans and Rituals by Jen Pitts, April 30th. Too far away. We did Death at the Spring Fling, didn't we? Yes, Aloha Lagoon. I remember that one. I did that one yesterday. Gotta remember to check the dates. Festive Waters by Jenna St. James, fourth in the Enchanted Waters Mysteries, and Stephanie D'Amour. A midlife sea witch used to working alone, a handsome demigod with a penchant for trouble, an island full of secrets as deep as the ocean. This is a crossover from A Witch in the Woods mystery series! Exclamation point. With Christmas only days away, Detective Isla Ciertas is excited to spend her first Christmas in the Bermuda Triangle, okay, with her grandmother, demigod Jace Solari, his snarky dragon Glow, and all her newfound friends. But when local charismatic bartender Carl Carson drops dead at the annual Festival of Lights parade, Isla must pull herself away from the celebrating and focus on the latest case. Must she? Is she a cop? No. With the help of Jace, Glow, Nana, and the rest of the PADA team, Isla sets out to solve who wanted the Jolly Man dead. When details emerge that one of the PADA employees used to date the victim, Isla becomes even more determined to see her new friend cleared of any wrongdoing. Okay. Oh, well, we know where we're at because that's a pretty uh memorable title coming up. The Honeydew Queen. I love honeydews. Oh, I forgot to plug in my power. I must be just having all kinds of a morning here today. All righty. Don't you commercial. It commercialed. I'm not giving YouTube money to not have any commercials. So we suffer. We suffer. Commercials. Oh, she isn't a cop, but she has a dragon. True. All righty. Let's put the right banner up. Well, that is the romance and some cozy mysteries being released this week. Maybe you found some inspiration. Maybe you found some things to find amusement. Either way, it's good. Uh, again, no sprints tonight. I don't do them on Wednesday evenings. But we do have them tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to hit the subscribe and notification bell, even though YouTube isn't so great about notifications sometimes. So we say that really fast and they won't do anything to do bad things to us. Sometimes I start early because, like yesterday, things happen or traffic goes in my favor, and I always try to pass on the savings to you guys by starting a little bit early because I think time carved out for our self-care is important. So I try to give as much time as possible in the evenings that I do the sprints. So Tuesday and Thursday evenings, I do the sprints, and on Saturday afternoons. Tomorrow we'll be looking at fantasy and science fiction, and sometimes there are not a lot of those too, so we'll keep looking at cozies as well. Hope you have a good Wednesday. Please take care of yourselves. Give yourself some good thoughts and love because you deserve it. Read good books because you deserve it. Mary says, thanks. Hope to see you later and hope you all have a great day. Yes. And Christine, thanks. I need to go back and watch some of my other reviews. Awesome. I don't really review other than my social commentary. I just want to know what's out there. But I know what you mean. um, I love watching other booktubers, but I'm not really interested in what they think about the book. I'm just looking for things that I would be interested in reading myself. So I try not to do reviews per se, other than saying I like it or I don't like it or if I'm interested. But we got to know what's out there, and nobody's doing it, so I'm doing it. Kim, have a great day. Thank you. You too. All right, guys. Have a very good Wednesday. And as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom, nom, nom. Have a good day and God bless.